copy of it, as we will do with each session, as long as you remind myself, DeMonte, or Monique, we will always have a recording of every session. So if you happen to miss one night, we're not going to immediately send a hit squad at you, but what we'll do is we'll make the recording available so that way you can, in fact, keep up. Okay. Hit squad doesn't come till like third, fourth missed class. That's
right. Like, I didn't see you, and I didn't see any homework submitted. So, what's up?
Holding you accountable. That's good.
That's right.
Definitely. Because if you miss a class, 2 classes, you be so far behind trying to play catch up. It's difficult.
Well, if you're serious, you'll show up.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I'll tell you, and so, and we're going to do some introductions. Again, I'm going to wait for everybody to get in, but I'll tell you, there's one time, and I think it's my favorite, most embarrassing moment associated with doing echo training was so I was previously doing the trainings in my apartment, and in my apartment, I was in the attic, and that attic in the summertime would easily rise to be 110, 115 degrees.
Oh, when you passed out.
I was doing the class, and I'm talking about CPUs and motherboards and sound like a geek, and the next thing is, because I'm down and out. I mean,
it was definitely a man down situation.
I'm glad I had no video going. People would have been like, oh my damn.
Hey, sounds perfect for solar energy, though, huh?
Yes, well, you know, again, as long as you can maintain consciousness,
right.
It works out well.
Because it was one of your daughters, right? Somebody came typing like, yeah, my dad is passed out. Meeting over.
Hello?
Good afternoon.
This is DeMonte.
No.
Oh, I told you he was going to want to jump into the conversation.
I'm calling out the iPhone.
He's going to find a way, you know.
He said, they're not going to be talking about me, and I don't have anything to say.
He out here technical and can't figure out a way to get voice. Sad, sorry. So how many people have we got here so far? Fair number.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But we have 10 people logged on the computer, but 3 called in. So I don't know who called in. Well, we got 4 call-ins. So it might be some of the people that are logged into the computer use the phone to call in as opposed to doing it through the computer.
Yep.
That's what it looks like.
And we definitely want to be aware of that distinction, okay? If you call in on the phone, that's awesome. You can hear it. But you will find that this is a virtual classroom. And there are going to be those things that today is fine because, again, it's the kickoff. This is where you're going to get acclimated, and we can set the standard and manage the expectation as we go forward, so you know kind of how to get the most out of what it is that we're going to do. You definitely want to use the computer, okay?
Okay.
The reason I'm going to say that is because if you use the computer, now there's going to be some hurdles. When you first set up your audio for the computer, there's going to be hurdles. And we'll work through them. But if you use your computer, it's a toll-free call. You're going through the internet. It doesn't cost you anything.
Right? Oh, okay.
And that's why it makes more sense to go to the computer. Furthermore, you're going to get software. You're going to get reading material. You're going to get things that, and furthermore, the very first class is going to consist of us getting everybody's computer to a baseline, right? So we're going to make sure that everybody's virus-free, spam-free. You've got the tools and the ability to clean your computer, but not only yours, but every computer on the planet Earth. So the very first class, if you come into that very first class, you're going to gain the skills necessary to clean 90% of the computers that are slowed down or bogged down on the planet Earth. I don't care what language they speak in. If they speak in clicks, it doesn't matter. It's still the same operating system. It's still a computer. And you, after the very first class, will be able to clean them. Okay? So, again, with the kickoff, it's fine for you to be on just the phone. I don't think there's anything that I need to show you. But as we go to the actual class, the course sessions, you will definitely need to be on the computer, each one.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, this is Oban Poo. I have a question. Can tablets be used? Let's say Droid tablets.
A Droid tablet can. Here's the limitation.
Okay.
We're going to distribute to you. VMware. Okay, VMware is a virtual machine. It allows you within your operating system to open up an application and run Windows 98, Windows 2000. Though I don't know why you would. Windows Vista.
Yeah, we're not going that far back no more, Peter.
Nah, we ain't.
The news says they took XP out, so we starting from Vista, which nobody uses, and going forward from there. But we'll have, like you said, virtual editions of each of those, and you need to be on a computer to be able to open those, so you can actually see the difference. Because a lot of the questions, a lot of the Windows-based questions on the A+ test refer to the differences between the different versions of Windows.
Right. Here's my problem real quick. I don't want to take too much time. I'm on a Mac, and I don't think that's the problem. The last backup I didn't take properly, and I have a lot of programs that don't work. So when I tried to log in on the computer, it wouldn't let me do it. It said my software is not compatible. It says you cannot start or join this meeting because your operating system is not supported. We recommend that you upgrade to a supported operating system. I don't think being on a Mac is a problem. I think that there's something wrong with my computer because the backup didn't take, and that's my initial problem. So I'm going to have to work through that some kind of way.
Yeah,
I was waiting for this. We always got that one that has a Mac.
Yeah.
Always one.
So always one Mac user out the bunch. Like, I'm on a Mac.
Yeah.
I'm it.
Well, they have hypervisors or virtual machine programs for Macs that will allow you to open Windows ISOs as well. So you just got to get your computer to a baseline where you can at least get the WebEx, and then once we move into the VMware and using the virtual machines, then we'll deal with that in a separate thing. But you at least need to get it to a baseline for you to be able to use WebEx to be able to see. Because even if we have PowerPoints, it might be, you know, I might be writing on a whiteboard one day. I'm getting a little excited with that. But, you know, so you need to be able to participate in the virtual classrooms. But we'll get you up to speed. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And just like you said, we can, in fact, steer you towards the VMware client for Mac, which is cool. However, I will say the reason that PC makes the most sense, okay, and we'll jump into it. I mean, we'll just start some of the info and move forward.
Okay.
The reason that PC makes sense, okay, so a little bit of history, okay, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, everybody was coming from East India, right, and getting jobs. You were calling into call centers, and everybody that answered the phone would say, "Thank you for calling Microsoft. My name is Sparky. Can I help you?"
Right.
And this is what my name is Beatrice. Can I help you?
No, that name
Not
is
name you Beatrice in Beatrice. But 15 years ago, this was a true story pretty much across the globe, right? And what happened was India, there was an investment made in India which raised their standard relative to technology, and it primed them to be able to take advantage of some of these call center positions and some of this offshore
money
kind of posture, right? Because America was looking to spend money anywhere else. They were looking to look if they could pay some poor brown child a half a penny for what they was paying somebody $30 an hour for here in America, they were doing it.
Right.
Oh, believe that they're still doing
They're
it.
doing it. Right?
I work for HP, and they talk about the developers that work in the basement at one of their buildings, like getting paid way less than what the software and other software engineers here get, because it's a lot more money to them. So, yeah.
And they take, yo, I'm going to tell you, and you're going to learn, you're going to see, each and every one of you will, promise you. I'm starting you on your geek career. You're going to see the H1N1 visa holders. Sometimes they don't even go home. It's these reputable companies that I'm talking about. Them folk down there sleeping in the basement. They sleeping on the floors. They're not even going home, man.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty deep. But so here's what happened, okay? They came in, and they got really well trained, okay? And they occupied those entry-level positions for the world, okay? Those call centers, those help desks, those desktop supports. They occupied those entry-level positions. Well, guess what happened? You flash forward 15 years, those people have been promoted. They're not in entry-level positions anymore. They are now network engineers. They are now DBAs. They've moved on in their IT career, as is natural. But guess what happened? It left a hole. There was no plan to accommodate the exit of those East Indians from the lower ranks in the market. So the result is 8.1 million unfilled technology jobs in the world today.
Wow.
And no pipeline to fill them.
Wow.
No pipeline to fill them. So now, when I say PC, why PC? Because if you go to Dubai, if you go to Somalia, if you go to Russia, if you should go to Hawaii, if you go anywhere on the planet Earth, what you are not going to find is Mac computers. You're going to find PC.
Dell.
You're going to go to the hotel lobby, and you're going to find PC-based computers. You're going to go to the airport, and the air traffic controllers, they're using PC-based computers. When you go to the bank and try to get some money from the ATM, they're using PC-based computers. The operating system that you see in Dubai will be the same that you see in Russia. It'll be the same that you see in Hawaii. It'll be the same all over the world. So it makes most sense when you study and train to train towards market share, right? If 90% of the computers that you're going to see in your experience are going to be PC, well then you definitely need to know something about the PC, right?
Absolutely.
Right.
And so that's why we focus on the PC. This is why we want to work on the PC as opposed to the other operating systems. Now, with that being said, I will tell you that wild horses couldn't stop DeMonte from showing you the lovely world of Linux. Nothing on this planet Earth or above in the heavens would ever stop DeMonte from infecting you with a love of the Linux operating system. So we're going to see some different OSs. We're going to play with the different operating systems so that you get an understanding as to what an OS is. We want to demystify all of that. When you pick up a smartphone, when you go into your grocery store and you step to a point-of-sale device, a POS device, where you put your ATM card and you put your numbers in, all you're looking at is a small computer with an interface, somebody programmed it, and you're going to know every element. Okay, so every single thing that we see today is a computer. You're going to learn how they talk. You're going to learn how they're programmed and the interface, what is presented to you, and how to troubleshoot and what you'll need to know. Okay, so the focus of what we're doing is, again, to hit that market share, to hit those 8.1 million jobs, and to own them for ourselves. Okay. I started in IT. Well, actually, I didn't start in IT. I was a chef, and I was working at a college, Wentworth Institute. Now, my brother had been, my younger brother, mind you, was working for this company, and he was making a handsome ransom, and he wasn't coming home smelling like garlic and fish every day. And so I was like, well, Dad, you know, he's dressing nice, he's looking good, he's wearing shoes and everything. I'm like, well, wait. Now, younger brother might be on to something. So I'm standing in there cooking one day, and somebody done said something wrong to me. Somebody rubbed me the wrong way, you know, good morning, Peter, you know. And so I done took my hat off and said, you know what, I quit. You know, for real, I quit, right? And the dude, the white dude that hired me, he was like the big muckety muck. He come running, you know, Pete, you know, he wooed me away from this restaurant where I was 5-star chef killing him, right? Pete, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Why are you quitting? Where you going? What are you going to do? I said, I'm going to be a secretary. And walked out the damn door. Well, when I walked out the door, I went to this staffing agency called Office Specialists. They don't exist anymore. They're now tech specialists, and they went through some changes. Now maybe professional staffing group is what they morphed into. But I went there, and I used my brother's middle name and used him as a reference, okay, and told them that I had computer experience. And they gave me a shot based on the fact that they could call it a reference. The reference was good. Done. They gave me a shot. I got in. My very first job, my very first day, right? I called up my brother Troy because now we had this whole scheme to get me employed, right? So I figured he was going to help me, right? I called up my brother Troy and I said, yo, all right, I'm in. And they asked me to make a spreadsheet. What do I do? And this dude said, figure it out. Click. Wait.
Hey.
Wait, what? Wait, what? You got me up in here now. Wait, huh? But that was the best thing he could have ever done. Figure it out is what he said. And that's what I did. I kept my mouth shut. I kept my eyes open. And I learned. That was 25 years ago. I did not have any assistants. I had my brother who told me to figure it out and gave me a dial tone, right? And so I had to do the things that we're about to show you on my own. Nobody helped me. Nobody taught me. And the measure, the value of what it is that we're going to show you here, what you're going to learn in this session, the measure of that, the value of that is witnessed in me. I've been in this game now 25 years. I can do whatever I want. I can leave whatever job that I'm at and have another one that looks just like it tomorrow. Okay? There is a
Power.
real power. There's a 0% unemployment rate in technology. I'll never be unemployed. I could be in a wheelchair and can't move nothing but my neck like Stephen Hawking, and I'm still going to make my money. Okay? So I'm perhaps the best example of what this training can do. The next best example, and there ain't no way in the world that I can keep it quiet at all, would be the queen on the call right now, Monique. You've heard her voice. I'm gonna let you tell them your experiences relative to the A+ and what this does. What's it about?
All right. Seriously though. So maybe I want to say this is 2016. So it was 2014 maybe 2013. And I saw Peter online saying he was giving the free A+ certification training. Now I had looked into going back to college to study networking and becoming certified or whatever. But, like, ironically, maybe like that same week when I went to the college and they told me I needed to give them my transcripts from my previous college for them to be able to give me financial aid for the current college, and I was like, I'm not even taking the same classes. Why y'all need the credits from those classes? I'm going in a whole new direction. So
Right.
a couple of days later, he posted that he was going to give the free class. So I signed up for the class with him, and as you'll see when we go into class, I talk a lot. So
No.
I turned into like, shut up, Peter. I turned into like his assistant, right? During the class, I was helping everybody else in the class and things like that. So fast forward, class was over. It was about 3 months, and class was over. So I put on my resume. I'm like, okay, so I took the class and that I was a trainer, because I went with the next class with him as his training assistant. So as you'll see as we go through the training, part of what we do is becoming a reference for you for your first job in IT. So going through the course, it'll be you took the training with us, but you also worked for us. So you'll have an automatic reference, but we'll get into that. So I did the same thing. So I put that I was a trainer, and I put my resume on Monster. Guy called me. He was like, so I see you teach A+. I was like, yeah. And he got to the whole conversation. He was like, so could you teach the class? We got a class coming up in Georgia. I was like, okay. So then he was just like, he called me and he said, class starts next Monday. I'm shipping you a laptop, projector, all the desktops that you need for the class. And I'm on the phone with Peter like, wait, hold, wait a minute. Like, yes, I was your assistant. Yes, I've taught, like with you. But in my mind, first of all, dude said he was paying me $50 an hour. So even if I didn't know, I was going to figure it out. In the week and a half that he told me the class started. I was like, in my mind, I was like, did he say $50 an hour? I was like, yeah. So I was like, Peter, you got to help me figure this out. But the crazy thing is, like, because we went through the class and because he records every session, I literally, like, I went into class 1, so I listened to the first class that Peter did with us, everything he said, all of his real life examples that he used turned into my real life examples that I used. And that first day sitting in the lobby, I was teaching at the AT&T building, teaching AT&T technicians that wanted to get A+ certified. And I was sitting there nervous in the lobby like, yo, I like really never did this before. But it just flowed because I had the information, from Peter. So I just went through each of the classes and studied what he said and read the book and went through the book as each class went on. And the crazy thing is, while I was doing the class, I was doing so well that the class was like, well, we want you to come back to teach us Network Plus and Security Plus. And I'm like, all right, so I really, in my mind, I'm like, I really don't know that. But they called my boss and told him that. They didn't tell me. The union rep called, my boss called me like, Monique, they must really like you because they called and they said that they want you to teach Network Plus. Do you know Network Plus? And I was like, what? Not really. And he was like, well, since they want you, while you're doing the A+ class, I'm going to send you all the materials for Network Plus, and you study that so that when Network Plus is the next class, you can teach that. And then while you're doing Network Plus, I'm going to send you the Security Plus, and you could do. So in that process, I was able to get materials and information for all 3 certifications and teach all 3 classes in succession, and that ran for like 2-3 years. But the key that I took away from that job, aside from the nice money, was that even though I had the information, I never took the test. I never took the A+ test, the Network Plus, none of the tests. So the guy who hired me got promoted. So the person who took over called me. She's like, hey, Monique, I was just, letting you know I'm the new whatever, and I need you to send me over copies of your certification. And I was like, oh, snap. Well, yeah, about that. And then she didn't assign me to any more classes after that because I didn't have the actual piece of paper. So I actually went and took the A plus certification test, which was good because as a trainer, I'm able to give you that real live experience. You know, like I saw the simulations. I know the simulations that they give and how you have to, even if you take the test, you read through the whole book, you need to put your eyes on as many of the questions as you can in that space so that, you know, it becomes, because once you learn about the specific objective and you answer, but if you're answering the same questions all the time, you're not necessarily grasping the information. So being able to see the questions proposed in different ways gives you a better grasp of the information, and we're going to go through all of that. But I've also used my Echo experience to get the job I have now. I work for HP doing server support. So now it's like the background of the network, like doing support on the servers for the high-end companies. Because if you don't know, HP split. So the computers and printers are one company now, and all the enterprise stuff is HPE. This is another company. That's who I work for. So literally, our clients are Apple, eBay, the courts, like all the huge companies use HP servers as their backbones. And it all came from this class. It all came from this class. And it's like once you, A plus is your screen door, like Peter always says. Your screen door to IT, and it gives you that basic foundation. And so this class is different from other classes because they'll take your $4,000 and give you the book in a couple of classes for a couple of weeks and tell you, all right, knock yourself out. Right. I hope you pass the test.
Good luck.
Whether you pass it or not. Right. But I feel like in me, because I took the test, I'm bringing more focus to actually taking it. Now, take into consideration, you have to take 2 tests for A plus. The software, well, like software and hardware. We'll get into that. But they're $200 a piece. So you have to prepare for, you know, that $400. But once it's like some jobs don't even care what you know, where you've been. Oh, you have the certification? Okay, we'll hire you. Like, it's that serious when it comes to these certifications. And I've been trying to teach people and teach teenagers, like, you waste your money on a 4-year computer science degree when you really only want to tinker with computers. You might as well just get the certification, take 3 months, take the test, and then you'll get in an entry-level job with a company that'll pay for any other certifications that you want to get.
That you want.
That's so you only need to pay for that first one, and it'll get you the entry-level job, and then once you're in, they'll pay for you to go and take any certification that you want.
25 years later, you'll be like me, contemplating, does it make sense that I actually get out of my pajamas at 5 o'clock when the work day is done? Does that make sense? Should I get dressed earlier, you know, just because, you know? But I want to say something, because each of you is going to come to a crossroads, and it's an interesting place, and she kind of glossed over it. But let me tell you something. They shipped to Monique a full network. They shipped her desktops, switches. They shipped her servers. They shipped her the authentication information needed to log into each one of them and create her own network, build her isolated network for them to be able to learn this A+. She had not done this before. Let me tell you something. She's standing in that lobby that first day, and yes, $50 an hour. Man, that's a handsome ransom, right? So,
very nice.
I want that, right? I want that, okay? But this is something I've never done before, right? I've been studying it. I've been living it, breathing it, right? From this old pain in the butt Peter Brown. He's been forcing me to live and breathe this stuff, but I have never actually done it, and now I'm going to train it. And guess what? Fall back on what you learn right here. Calm everything inside of you. Calm yourself down. because them jitters are going to exist. Fall back on what you've learned. Fall back on your own abilities, and I promise you, you can walk right through. And she did an amazing job. Amazing. So she underplayed it a little bit. Let me tell you something. That was phenomenal, what she did.
Yeah, I surprised myself a little bit. Like, I'm very much confident in who I am and what I know. Like my brain, that's one of my favorite people, one of my best friends. But just going into that situation, having not done it before, it was, I'm a fan of, like I teach people, because I've gotten trainer jobs as well. I trained the Geek Squad for 2 years in this same time that I was working. So I was working a $50 hour job training AT&T, and then I was working another job training the Geek Squad at the same time. But I try to tell people, like, especially in those situations where you're talking to customers, you can be confidently wrong. But as long as you're confident in what you say, you can't let the person on the other line know you don't know what you're talking about. Like, you're never going to say, I don't know. You can say, hold on for a second, let me do some additional research for you, get some additional information. Like, that, you'll never say you don't know. Because I've sat in interviews and I was texting Peter, like, Peter, this is the question, what's the answer? In interviews. Like, you have to be able to be confident in, there may be a situation where you don't know something, but you can always find out.
That's right.
And you'll see there will always be a resource for you going forward. So if you can't reach Peter, or you can't reach me, or you can't reach DeMonte, you're going to be able to reach somebody that will be able to help you and give you the information that you want.
That's right. Get familiar with the people. Because let me tell you something. By the time this ends, the people that are in the class with you will become your family. They will become a resource for you. Because, again, you're going to study together. We're going to learn together. We're going to laugh together, right? And when it's done, we will be a reference for each other. Okay? We will be a reference for each other. Okay? Now, I want to introduce DeMonte. And I want you still got voice, or did you lose it?
Yeah, I still got voice. Can you hear me?
All right then. I want to have DeMonte speak to his experiences relative to the A+ certification, the ECHO training. Now, bear in mind, okay, I'm an old man. I'm 50 years old, right? And I've been doing this a long time. Monique, she's a lot younger, a completely different demographic.
Whoa, buddy, you only got 5 years on me. Stop it. DeMonte is a lot younger. You only got 5 years on me.
Right there, baby. Respect the elders. Look, okay. But she's a totally different demographic. Black woman, right? Single mother. She's a totally different demographic. Now, DeMonte is, again, a completely different demographic. And so what I'd like you to do, DeMonte, introduce yourself. Tell them your experiences with how this thing goes.
All right. Well.
Hi, DeMonte.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going great.
I'm DeMonte, and yes, I am a completely different demographic. 21 in November.
Wow.
I came through. Actually, I started with ECHO fall of 2014, the week before I started my first semester of college. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I have learned more going through the 2 to 3 months at ECHO than I have 2 years of college. But the reason I continue to do that is because that's something that my parents wanted for me. So, yeah, I'll go through and get the paper, but it's really all that is, just paper. So with ECHO, I gained a lot, and I was actually upset for 2 years because I had to reject the jobs because I had a full-time school schedule. So I was so happy when I graduated because now I'm working 2 jobs. I'm with the IT department with the FDIC down in Northern Virginia and D.C. And I'm also working for IT department at a hospital in Baltimore. So my commute is crazy every day.
Jesus.
Northern Virginia.
Get that money, though. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. You young. You be all right.
I'm getting it. But I'm now in a position where I'm able to do the things that I want to in my life. And I'll be texting Peter throughout the day sometimes about all the craziness that just happens in my department. One thing I can say is that at least with the government, I love working in an all-black IT department. So, and we'll get some crazy white clients that really must have lost their minds because you need us. But that's a whole nother story that I'll get to later on. But yeah, Echo's done a lot. Peter has been a great reference when I needed it. And you'll just take away so much from here that I don't even know what else to say. It's just been great. And I love what I'm doing.
Yes, that's what's up. Now, I'm going to share y'all a backstory. It's probably going to embarrass Monty.
Uh-oh.
Which one?
Now,
Right, which embarrassing story?
Man, I ain't got no problem. I'll put you out there. You don't know. You're going to know. But it was actually, I didn't know DeMonte. I knew DeMonte's father. Right? And DeMonte's father reached out and said, look here, man. Yo, I'm going to need you to do something. Do something. Tell him something. Do something with him. Wait. And DeMonte came in and made me grow. See? And this is the thing. This is the thing that I'd like you to know. This is reciprocal. This thing that we're going to do right here, okay? I don't want you to look at me as a teacher or as Monique as a teacher or as DeMonte. We're your brothers and sisters. That's all it is. We're in this thing together. We happen to learn that this thing can get us to the next place, and we use it, okay? And the Echo model says we have to give back, right? So if you're listening to my voice, if you're in this class, the Monique mentioned it, the cost of CompTIA's A+ certification is $5,000, $5,000 easy, and they don't give you. I mean, you ain't learning nothing. You're gonna
that does not include the $400 to take the test, by the way. That's separate.
You gonna come out of there and you don't know nothing. You have no practical application. You don't. Yeah. Some of the benefit is, in fact, some of the crazy stories, some of the things that I've seen, but because it gives you an introduction as to what you're going to see and the kinds of questions that you're going to get and these kinds of things. So they don't do that for you, okay, with CompTIA. The Echo registration fee is $50. It's nothing, right? And $50, what that does is it pays your trainers something. Okay, that doesn't even cover the cost of the services. This WebEx costs more than that per month. Okay, so what that $50 does is it pays your trainers because they are giving you time. They are giving you their time, their energy, and their knowledge. Okay, but the other thing that you got to do is you've got to train somebody else. That is how we Echo. Once you are proficient, once you are good, once you're 2 jobs in, once you're Monique out here, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever.
Monique ain't never going to have to worry about no job for the rest of her life. I'm just waiting for her to start up her business. You know what I'm saying?
I'm working on my business now, but the crazy thing about this training is as much as it'll get you a job, once you leave us, you'll be able to work this business on your own, in your own business. Like the speed up and clean up information that you're going to get from class 1 can make you money immediately. Immediately. Because nine times out of 10, that's the problem with people. They're like, I got pop-ups, my computer is slow. And if you can run the speed up and clean up programs and give them an extra stick of RAM, they feel like you Superman, and you done revitalized their computer, and it took you all of 20 minutes. But bear in mind that once they know you're the person to do that, then you're going to have 10 laptops on your dresser in your bedroom trying to get everything done. Like, we've done everything from that to repairing iPhones, changing screens, because the reality of the situation is they're all computers.
Right.
From the desktop to the laptop to your smartphone. They're all computers. So it's basically fundamentally the same thing when it comes to the repair and or, speed up and clean up of computers. So once you leave us, you'll be able to fix somebody's desktop, fix somebody's laptop, fix somebody's phone screen, and that's easy, $60, $70 a pop for phone screens. I spend days at my son's dance studio. They like, Miss Monique coming on Tuesday, so I'm gonna have my money so she can fix my phone. That's extra money.
I love having clumsy friends.
Right?
Right. Because and the beauty of the industry is iPhone keeps coming out with new phones, which means the older phones, the repair parts are getting cheaper and cheaper.
That's right.
Because every time they come out with a new iteration, now the parts for the 6 are mad cheap. You know what I mean? And the parts for the 5 are cheap because now they at 7. You know what I mean? So that works in your favor.
But everything works in your favor because you walk around and you look at this entire generation and they walk around with Band-Aids on their thumb because all of their screens are broken. You sweet little window licker. I can help you.
Right. But it's not just that. Like, how many people that dropped their laptop and the LCD broke? You're going to be able to fix that. You're going to be able to fix that. Like,
do y'all remember Danny Miller? So Danny Miller grew up with me, and he came through one of the very first A+ certification classes, Daniel Miller. Well,
okay.
He didn't even stay for the entire course.
I remember he started buying broken. That's the one that was buying the broken laptops on eBay?
Yeah. He realized that people were putting on eBay these laptops that weren't actually broken. They simply had tested them and they didn't know that it was a broken screen. It was a power inverter, but the laptop itself was working. So he realized after I'm telling you, a month of classes.
We ain't see him no more.
I can't even speak to Danny no more. I can't even speak to him no more. That's all he does now is buy laptops on eBay, bring them home, buy the power inverter of the screen, refurb them, sell them. That's what he does. There was another brother that came through, Kevin Tunstall, and this brother is amazing.
Kevin is the man. Kevin is the man.
Yo.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he came through. Now, this brother, I ain't going to put him all out there. And the reason is because he's older than Monty, that's why. So, he's older than me. That's my elder, so I have to respect that. If he's younger, I can just do whatever. I mean, so Kev comes through. He's retired. He didn't come through because he needs a career or he needed to make money. This man had made his money, right? He got his house. He got his wife. He's chilling. He came through simply because he always wanted to learn about computers, and it was too expensive to do so. Everybody wanted an arm and a leg. So when he seen me post about it, he was like, sure, what is there to lose? $50, cool. So he came through. Don't you know, after the first month, we're talking how many classes? There's 3 classes a week, so 3, 6, 9, 12. 12 classes. After 12 classes, Kev comes on to the next meeting on the computer that he built. He built his own computer based on everything that we had been going through. They're going to go through the CPU, the motherboard, the buses. We're going to go through everything so that you understand it very clearly.
It's so simple, though. It's really not complicated. A lot of people think that the computer is complicated, and it's really not. It's really not.
It's fun, too.
Easy. It is fun. It is.
Like, I have a spaceship sitting in my room. I'm running out of space. I'm looking to move because I don't have space to accommodate 3 more monitors.
I know.
All right, Star Trek Deep Space Mine over there. But that's how it gets. You're definitely going to be the person that can't use just one monitor anymore. Like, that's so 1982. Like, you need at least 2. at least 2 monitors to really function well. But you really don't see that until you start to do a lot of different things on a computer. But
And then one day you're going to get to the place where I am, where you usually have 8 monitors on your computer.
Mm.
yeah,
Yeah,
this
now
one
that's
over here
crazy.
running a whole media server and yeah,
It's pretty
we
crazy.
got a lot going on over there.
So this is the benefit. And now the other thing, when we get through the class, and I just want to kind of set the expectation, please understand, we're going to retrofit your resume, okay? My resume is, look, I've given my resume to my daughters, I've given my resume to everybody in these classes, and each and every time, when they send that resume out, whoever is the hiring authority always says, yo, that was the dopest resume I have ever seen in my life, right? We're going to give you my resume. We're going to give you experience that is going to, in fact, get you the job. So by hook or by crook, this session, this course, will change your life. One way or another, we're getting you in the game. You understand? I want to get you into the game capable and competent, okay? You need to reflect on our faith very well, okay? So we're going to look at and we're going to go through monster job requisites. And we're going to look at what it is that they put out as public information. You're going to be able to understand who it is that's writing that job, whether that be an IT professional or an HR professional who isn't technical, who you're going to interview with based on what you're seeing in that job requisite. And we're going to go through and we're going to interview. We're going to interview for the jobs in your area. You're going to interview me. We're going to interview you. And what we're going to do is we're going to ask the questions. You're going to learn the dynamics of the interview. You're going to understand what they're going to ask you. You're going to get it. Okay?
Oh, wow.
We're going to target acquisition. We're going to make sure you get it.
So, Monty, remember mock interviews?
Yeah. I remember. And then one thing about the interviews, there's like no better feeling than when you walk up in there and you know that when you walked out, you killed the interviewer.
Crushed them. Crushed
Right.
them. They want you to come back in the room. They're like, damn it, where's he going?
Yeah.
You know, and at the same time, here's the same thing. Here's the thing. Yes, I walk away, and they're feeling all kinds of warm inside. Bag of ants. I really don't like them people, you know. I really don't like them. And not once do I have to compromise myself at all. I'm good. What I have, they need. What they have, I need. And it's real, real clear. It's real, real crispy. So I don't have to compromise myself, okay? And neither will you. So we're going to do the mock interviews. We're going to do the VMware. We're going to introduce you to visual programming, okay? We're going to introduce you to all of the various operating systems and the networking protocols and how data moves throughout the world. How does that stoplight work? How does the point-of-sale device in the store work? How do all of these things interconnect, right? How do they intersect? Okay?
Wow.
We're going to show you, and we're going to go through a bunch of different exercises, a bunch of different quizzes. One of the things that I want to distribute is a video series called Hack the People. We'll get into that later on. But Hack the People shows you how to win in every scenario. So this is far more than simply a technical class. Our focus is the technical. The class schedule that your trainers are going to set, 3 nights a week, we're going to be in the book. It's going to be strictly to the test. We're going to study to the test. We're going to study to pass the test. 100% of us. We will leave no one behind. Each and every one of you is going to succeed in this. I don't accept anything less. Okay? So we're going to study to the test. The sandbox on Saturdays, we're going to close the book and we're going to use the things that we have learned. We're going to go through the practical application. So how do you use it? How do you eat this week, right? We're going to build a Craigslist ad, right? We're going to build a Craigslist ad in the areas that you are so that you can go in and you can do jobs in your area and, again, feed yourself. So at the end of the day, that's really what it is all about, is how do you eat from this? How does what it is that you're studying and learning translate into differences into your life and therefore the lives of your generations? And that is what it is about. What I'm doing here, what we are doing here, is not about you. It is about your generations behind you and increasing their scope. So that is what ECHO means. That's what it's all about. When this is done, we need you to teach somebody else. We need you to echo, okay? We need this to keep going, okay? So now, I'm not sure. I think I heard DeMonte say that he was interested in a little bit of a different schedule this time, Monique. I think he said Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Was that right, DeMonte? Was that best for you?
Well, yeah, that would be. I'm still, like, I have most things on my side figured out, but I feel like the Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and of course Saturday sandbox is more flexible. Because Sunday, I definitely know I'm not leaving the house at all.
Yeah, that's because you just came in at like
closed. There's no reason to leave.
Chick-fil-A is closed.
Yeah, so my motive is gone.
Motivation to get up out the house is gone. Let me think. Tuesday, Thursday. I guess Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday will work for me. I act like I got something going on Tuesday, Thursday. I don't.
Hey, wait.
I'm just acting like I gotta shuffle my schedule around. Like, well, I guess. No, I really don't. Not right now. Anyway.
We have that tea party on Tuesdays. I don't know.
Right. But Peter, I was thinking about bringing the radio show back, but I'm shooting for a Monday, Wednesday, or Friday anyway. So that's a whole nother thing.
I was about that radio show as well.
Man.
As well, it needs to happen because there's too many people that are, again, so, and you know what, and I don't want to go sideways in this session, but it is also very relevant. I do not want to hear in this space, in this class. So again, you heard me say earlier, I showed up and passed out. I trained on my birthday. I don't celebrate it. I trained on Christmas. I don't celebrate it. I trained on New Year's. We were here. My classes were here. We were training. Okay? This isn't a game. If we're going to show up, Peter, I expect you all to show up and do the work.
J.C. Daniels, whoever that person is, you need to mute your phone because you're getting a lot of...
Yeah, a lot of feedback. You outside in the wind, you know. And we can hear that. I got him.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
So we're going to show up. We're going to run these courses. We're going to do this. We expect you to do it. We expect you to do the readings. You're going to be assigned readings. You need to do them. You're only going to get out of this as much as you put in, right?
Right.
When these courses were 100% free, and I was simply paying for it, right? When they were 100% free, people tended to devalue them. They didn't really understand the real value of what it is that's being given to you here. This is life-changing. Yes, it's only $50. It is.
But it's a commitment.
It is a commitment. And I need y'all to make that commitment because we're here. You understand?
I'm ready.
And it's the commitment to the fact that these classes are maybe 20 to 25 people. We have a waiting list of another 100 people.
Right.
So if a person is not there, you might not be able to do it right now. You know, so leave that space open to another person that might be available right now because it takes a commitment. And it's just another thing that you have to realize that is not just the time we spend on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. You have to study on your own. You have to watch videos. You have to put your eyes on questions and study. This is not one of those things where it's just your classroom time, because like Peter said, our focus is to get you there. And you don't like to understand the accomplishment. It's not even the fact like you need validation, but I knew the material and went into the test hand shaking. The lady was like, "Ma'am, you need to calm down." And I was just like, in my mind, I was like, I don't even understand why I'm this nervous, but it's because it's something you've never done, and but once you get there and you sit down at the computer and you start looking at the questions and you know the answers,
right?
Like let me tell you something. I'm a fan of figuring out the exact questions and simulations that's on the test for you to be able to see that, not just general information. And no, you need to know these questions you're going to see and what answers you need to be able to pass this test so we can get to the next step. And the next step is you getting our first job, and the next step is you working for yourself or pulling somebody else into that company. For us, by us. Because I'm like, I need y'all to get done so I can see who I can bring into HP. That's my goal.
Really?
Like,
and
that's what it's about, because that's what they do. Trust and believe I know a bunch of. I'm looking at people at the job like, oh, y'all got the same last name. Yeah, y'all, brother, my sister, my uncle, my friend from high school. I'm like, oh, word? Oh, that's how we doing it? Okay. That's what I need to do with my people, because that's the job at the baseline job that the service support is starting at $20 an hour, and they give you 8 weeks of training.
I thought you were about to say paid vacation. I'm like, I need to be there.
8 weeks of training out the gate. Like, even if you don't know and you just passed the test and you really haven't had the experience, in 8 weeks, they teach you exactly what you need to know to be able to do the job. And it's like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, where I can put our people all over the place. You know what I mean? Right. For people to know, then it starts to be an echo effect, in that people know people from that echo training is no joke. They know what they're talking about. They doing what they're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Then that grows our opportunity to be able to get this mobile tech school that I want to do off the ground and take echo all over the place.
Let me tell you. What my real goal here is, my real goal is to have each and every single one of you just like Monique and DeMonte. I want to have each and every one of you with your own businesses performing these trainings, setting up your schedules, using these materials, and teaching our own people. This is what I would like to have happen. Furthermore, we take it from that, and we've got some ideas. Oh, DeMonte.
What's up?
Let me tell you. Remember, in one of our first classes, one of the ideas that we had was to make our own laptop?
Yeah.
I've been saying that for 2 years now.
We were talking about doing our laptop. Well, guess what?
Tell
me you found a supplier.
Wait, I found something even better with a hook. Look, we can do a modular, freaking amazing cigar box laptop, complete with screen that either will be fixed or projected, complete with keyboard that slides out of the front of the cigar box. Wow. So we're talking about really, really inexpensive, easy. Man, look, DeMonte, I wanted to talk to you about that.
I know you're kind of late. Well, I ain't heard about this sooner.
You know what I'm saying? We just getting on. He just be all over the place doing stuff.
And we ain't even started the classes yet, and I'm already on that. You know, I'm sorry. Okay, but this is the thing. through this session, we're going to innovate, my beloved. We're going to come up with ideas, business models, products. We're going to come up with all of these various kinds of things that we can push forward as a group. As I said, you will become a cohesive family. You will become a resource for each other. We will ensure that each and every one of us is employed in eating. We will be available. If I'm good at TCP/IP and you're good at the hardware, then we're going to collaborate and make sure that in our jobs we have the answers that we need. Okay? We're going to do what the Hungarians did for themselves, what the Irish did for themselves, what the Jewish, what the Polish, what the Lithuanians, what the Russians, what the Eastern Europeans. We're going to do what every single one of them did for themselves, and we ain't got to ask nobody for the privilege.
That's awesome.
This is what Echo Training is all about, okay? So we have, if you all look at the agenda, I have followed it quite strictly. We have spoken about the scope and focus of the course. We have gone through the certification track and the A+ certification exam scenario. I want to go a little deeper into that because it's going to be interesting, and Monique can expand on this. But you've never known a more secure environment in your life, unless you live near DeMonte and you're trying to get jobs with the NSA and stuff.
In the D.C. area.
I'm in the D.C. area.
You in the D.C. Yes, okay, yeah. All right.
So you already know it. Metro is expensive. I need a business license just to write that off alone.
Yeah, I'm in the Northern Virginia area myself, and it definitely is expensive.
Oh, man. I don't even, they got a sign when you enter into that area that says your scanners, your police scanners, are illegal in Virginia. You know why? Because everybody's a cop.
What?
Everybody is a cop or a spook or a spy or a in Virginia. You know what happens to me when I go into Virginia? I turn into white people. That's what happens. I turn into white people. I get all straight. My shoes turn into penny loafers out of Tim's.
I tell you guys together.
They don't hesitate with that sign. They got to put the radar detector away, everything.
Everything. Virginia ain't nothing to play with.
Not at all.
But, so, the exam, when you go into that exam, let me tell you something. They take your phone. They take everything that you could possibly have as a means of cheating. The bottom line relative to this test is you will not cheat. It will be based on what you know. You can't bring it. You think you was going into jail. They taking your shoelaces and your belt. I mean, they are serious. And before you take the test, it is absolutely your right to go in, and I highly encourage you to go in and just sit down in the testing area. See, testing is an interesting thing. People are generally not underprepared for the test relative to the content. They know the content. The issue is they walk into a testing environment and the lights are real bright and it's uncomfortable. And you got this freckleback sitting up at the front of the room looking at you, and it just don't look right. Nothing looks or feels natural in a testing environment. And so I suggest that you locate your local testing environment and you go there and you visit.
Yeah, I tested in the hood.
I suggest you go in there.
I was comfortable.
See how they do. Sit down in the chair. Know what the room looks like. Get familiar. Get familiar so there are no surprises, right? You stalk your prey. You don't just go out into the forest with a spear hoping that you're going to get something to eat. You stalk your prey. You understand what are those things, what are the habits, what are those things that your prey does. And when you spend that time and when you do that detail, you will succeed. Okay? You will succeed. So relative to the testing and the exam scenario, it's amazing. It is like something you've never seen before relative to the security. Get comfortable with that. Be aware of that, okay? So, we've spoken about the practical application. You understand, Mojo is, you know, she's living the dream, right? Demonte, man, look, Demonte trying to hunt, what Chick-fil-A? He hunting Chick-fil-A. He doing what he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? Demonte going to do him, you see? But I suggest to you that your 12-year-old children, your 13-year-old children, I would have them come through these ECHO trainings, because by the time they reach 18 years old, by the time they graduate high school, instead of considering college like everybody else, if they've come through the A+ certification, and I can get my Network Plus training off the ground, and my Security Plus training off the ground, and the Solar training off the ground, if all of those happen and they take those, right, what are we talking, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months of training, if they take those, by the time they reach 18 years old, they can pass those tests or have taken those tests, and they are worth $150,000 out the gate. Out the gate. By the
Yeah, we had a 14-year-old in one of our classes, right?
Yeah, we
we
did.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. And he's off and running.
But I think I'm gonna have the twins doing it along with us this time. They're gonna be sitting with me. They're 13,
Yes.
but
I'm
they
trying to
ready.
get my docs, man.
Yes. This is absolutely. So what we have defined is that 8 to 80, blind, crippled, crazy, as long as you are African, this is the place you need to be. This is where you need to be, because this is going to make the changes that we need to see in a generational capacity. Are we keeping you awake, Sister Monique?
Wait, did y'all hear me yawning?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm awake. I don't know why I'm yawning, but I'm awake. Wow. Caught me slipping.
I told you to put him out there. I don't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? It just happens. I put you out there.
But you know I'm going to get you back. That's it. As long as you know, I'm going to get you back.
All right, so now, here's the next thing that we've got to do. We've got to create a Facebook group. As I said, you are going to be resources for each other, okay? You're going to have questions throughout the day and the night while you're studying. And guess what? Your trainers are available to you. I'm available to you. And we're going to answer those questions, but we're not going to be available all the time that you have those questions. So we're going to create a Facebook group, which is secret. And the only thing that's in there, now I don't want you to tell me about the Illuminati in this group. I don't need to know, you know, I don't need this, right? This is not what this group is for, okay?
Right.
What it is for us to share information and get closer to the goal. So we need to create a group where we can silo this information and we can, in fact, share and grow together. So what we need you all to do is name this group. Now, the formatting of this group, the way it's going to look is it's going to have ECHO in parentheses in front of it. But then after that, it's going to be whatever name you create. Now, we've had names such as Obsidian Elite. Okay? That was an awesome one. And Mojo, I just got, I went to a powwow and got an Obsidian dagger. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
Obsidian is the hardest substance metaphysically in the world. There is no substance harder, sharper, more jagged than obsidian.
Wow.
It's black.
Yes. So
Oh, I saw. Did you share? You shared it on Facebook, right?
I sure did.
I haven't
That thing
been
is
on
nice.
Facebook in a while. I need to get back on there.
That thing is nice. I saw that. Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
I think I had a group named after me, right? We had an Echo
Yeah, you
Mojo
did.
group.
Elite Mojo?
Elite Mojo, yes.
Yo, that's right.
We've had a lot. We had I'm in all of them, so but you guys just have to come up with a name that's going to be for your group and your group only. And make it black. No.
Facts, hey, facts.
So how about some suggestions? What y'all think? And those who can't speak, I think everybody can, but there's a chat box in this WebEx. I want you all to get familiar with this WebEx screen. Not many of the things that you're going to need to use connecting to the audio. I'm going to be sharing my screen, and they're going to be trying to you share your screen so we can do some cleanup. But the chat box up at the top, if you click on that, you can chat as well. So what I'd like everyone to do is suggest a name.
And also, as far as sharing screens is concerned, we just ask that you keep it safe for work. Because we've had a couple people
that were
got to minimize
oversharing.
some tabs. Yeah.
Ooh, right? I remember that.
We are not judging you. You might
We
love
just
them
don't
fluffy
want
as you like. That's
everybody
okay, fine.
to know your business.
We love you. We are not judging you. We just don't want to be all up in it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, we just don't need that in our lives, okay? So whatever it is that you do, when you share out your screen, sanitize your screen. Make sure that we're not going to see nothing that's going to be embarrassing to you or us, okay?
Also, in the chat room, I shared 2 links to the objectives, PDFs for the objectives for both the 901 and 902 exams. And you need to download those documents because they'll tell you everything that's covered in each of the exams. And if it's on there, it's going to be on the test. And the test is 85 questions. Each one. One was 73 questions, I think, and the other one was 80-something. And it might be like 5 you'll get anywhere between 1 and 5 simulations for each one. And we'll talk about those.
And bear in mind, and you're going to hear it repeated, but the answer is always in the question. It is about reading it. You must read it. They're going to give you 3 answers that are completely ridiculous. They could not be the answer. And one of them, that is the answer. You are going to be able to use a process of elimination in order to be able to determine what is the correct answer in these tests. In most cases, when you start to talk about IP addresses and like that, you have to know it. You got to know it. There's no way you can get your way through that, okay? But it's very simple. And again, we've developed tips and tricks relative to learning and understanding all of these elements, okay? I am putting a link in the chat room right now. That is the first book that I want you all to download. That is the Exam Cram. We're not going to work primarily out of that, but it is a good overview book. Okay, and at the end, you're going to get a lot of materials relative to studying for this, and we will assign chapters from various books. What's that?
Check that link. Yeah, it's not working.
Yeah, it is nothing.
Sure it is. It works for me.
Brother Pete, I had a quick
It's a
question real
space
fast.
in there, so maybe you copied it wrong or something.
Say again?
I said it's a space.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
You see the 2.pdf?
Right.
Yeah, that 2.pdf is wrong.
I know. That's why I said it. Nah. Bingo! Had to get you back.
Let me see. Okay. Ooh.
Hey guys, will these still be available after the talk? Since I'm not downloading them now, I was going to download afterwards.
The links, what we'll do is we'll put the links in the room.
The Facebook room.
We just talking about the room, and y'all ain't said near one word as it relates to what's the name of the room.
Transformations, manifestations, life goals, or something. I'm saying, okay.
I like that. Transformation.
Yeah, I'm typing it now.
Transformation, manifestation.
So Peter, it's not the full exam cram. It's like a overview.
I believe it's the whole thing.
There's only 88 pages.
It's the cram. That again, I'm trying to find 901 and 902 specific data.
Yeah, because we had the 801.
Yeah.
So we using the Mike Myers book?
Well, so again, for the intro, for this start out, we'll use the Mike Myers. I'll find some 901, 902.
Oh, you sent them to me. I just have to find those.
Those are your PowerPoints, and those are really good. And they've got everything that you need, kind of the notes and everything. But I want to have them have chapters to read in addition.
Didn't you send me the book?
Not the whole book.
I think you sent me the book.
Did I send you the book?
Yeah,
I think you did. Yeah. The Mike Myers 901 book, 902 book, yeah, you sent it.
I don't know if it's the book. I think it's PowerPoint.
I sent you the PowerPoints, Peter.
In a zip file.
Peter, I sent you the PowerPoints after you sent me the book.
Oh. Okay.
You're going to be all right.
Book again.
Wait, let me see if I find it. If I find it, then we'll talk about it.
So we need some more names. Anybody else? Does everybody like transformations and manifestations? What do we want to name our room? Let's get some names going.
Because
MIB. Oh my God.
MID.
MIB.
Oh, nice.
You know I love that right there.
Nice.
MIB. Are you kidding?
You know, I like that.
That might be a good one. Yeah, you sent the book from Peter.
NIT. Black and Swahili. Ooh. NIT.
Oh, because I said make it black? Right, that works. Whatever you do, make it black.
Mm-hmm.
No sugar, no cream. That has a whole new interpretation nowadays. Like, seriously. Man.
Now you see information technologists.
NIT.
Okay.
Nice.
So you know why I like that? It's a play on the MIT. I like that.
Just because you're from Boston.
I made them MIT geeks look like kids way back in the day.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
So
yeah,
we
I got to vote.
Transformations and manifestations. MIB, make it black, and NIT. Now you see information technologists. Am I saying that correctly?
No, I don't know who said that.
Okay.
I
She said
learned
yes.
Swahili before I was 5 years old. I forgot much of it, but yeah, when we were children, we called our mother and father Ujambu Bwana and Ujambu Bibi, which is mother and father. We spoke Swahili in our home.
Nice.
That's what happens when your daddy is a Mau Mau and your mama's a Panther. It's just going to be that way.
Right. So y'all got to vote.
We got 3. What y'all like?
I like to make it black. MIT or MIB, either of those two.
I really like those. I like both of those. Black Transformations and Manifestations. BTAM, BTAM. You want to think about it because these things, these names that we provide right now can be used into the future in relation to business names and like that. So, you know, so definitely, you know, kind of think about it.
Well, I think because I was just thinking since we are going to create a transformation once we finish these classes based on what you all shared here. So that's where I'm coming from. This is Rain talking. If you don't know who's talking.
We got you.
It's because we're about to personally, I'm about to transform based on what you all are teaching me here so far, and I'm definitely going to have it manifest in my life. So that's where I'm coming from with my names.
Oh.
Because you guys talked about some transforming, if you ask me, and transforming in many ways. So.
Okay.
Does it have to say something about IT? Okay.
I'm sorry, babe. What'd you say?
Oh,
No.
Pam is saying, but it says nothing about IT.
Yeah.
It doesn't. It doesn't, but to me, it's not even about IT. I know we're going to study IT. It's about life transformations for me. It's about what you always talk about, Peter. It's about, lifting up. It's about empowering yourselves and ourselves. And so that's where my mindset is. And as we know, there are many ways to empower. We talked about the hemp thing. We talked about many ways of lifting us up as people. And so that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
But that's just my thinking.
All right, people. We can't vote, so y'all gotta vote.
How many? So we just put in what everybody just put in what they want, then, right? Okay.
So here's what we'll do.
So Pam suggested NIT. Shirley votes for NIT. Who else we have? Let's see. We need a vote from.
What we can do is everybody that wants NIT, put in the number 1. Everybody that wants MIB, put in the number 2.
And
Anybody that wants, what was the other? The other
transformation and manifestation.
Black transformations and manifestations.
Yep. Put in the number 3.
That'll do it.
You know, I'm gonna tell you, y'all, when everything goes down, when it all comes down, we've got to be able to quickly organize. It's going to be the most important thing that we can ever do. Think of a way to organize everyone and do it.
Yep.
Okay, we got 3 1s and 1 3.
There's only 4 of us?
Another 1. It's like 7 or 8, right?
Yeah. It looks like 1.
Brother P and Sister Monica, I'm not near my computer right now, so can I just shout out my vote?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
All right, 1. I go for 1.
Yep.
That's 5 1s. I think that's probably where we're gonna be.
Yep.
What's the one? I'm sorry.
Now you see information technologist.
Okay. Well, I can't even pronounce that, but anyway, go ahead.
All right. NIT. Everybody can say that.
Yeah.
I like. Yeah.
All right. So I got the name. So let me get this copied out. Give me 1 second. Now you see information technologist. Okay. So that's the Facebook name. Good. Very good. And we've spoken about the schedule, which is going to be Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays with a Saturday sandbox.
Time frame.
Okay. What's that?
That's it, time frame?
Yes. When do we begin, Monique and Demonte?
Mojo?
Well, I can't start till at least 8 because I don't get off work till 7. I mean, I could be on the highway talking to y'all from like 7:30, but I won't be able to see the screen, so I can't. So 8:30ish for me, but that doesn't mean that Demonte, if you were available earlier, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if you start at 7:30, because the beginning is usually going to be reviewing the questions from the end of the chapter from the previous class.
Right.
You know, and then like a Q&A, making sure everybody is brought up on what we did for the previous class, and then we go from there.
All right. How about 8:15?
8:15. Do you hear? You can't give that.
You might as well say 8:30.
All right.
8:30.
That young brother needs structure. You can't give him open parameters like
right,
that.
Right.
8:07.
Right. So are we doing like 2 hours and then 2 hours, 2 hours, 2 hours, and then the sandbox on Saturday?
Yep, that's about it.
Okay, so 8:30.
I find that the chapters go a little quicker than that, and it's generally about an hour and a half, you know.
Okay.
But, you know, again, completely. But more than that, I was really talking about is what date to start. When are you all ready to begin this foray into IT?
Tuesday. Right? Next
Tuesday?
No, this Tuesday coming now. Next week.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You got to give people, we got to give people time to be computer ready and registration and all of that. And then, you know, like getting familiar with the fact that that's going to be the schedule. We usually do kickoff and then 2 weeks later, right, Peter?
Yeah, that's about it. 2 weeks, generally.
So that would be the 18th.
Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
She said, I'm ready. Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I heard that. I love that. I love that. Like right now. I mean, aren't we in class? Aren't we starting? I mean,
right.
I love that.
Still got to get a headset, too.
What's that? Yeah, listen to this, dude.
So I have 3 computers. I thought I had to buy a new computer, so now I don't have to buy new laptops because I'm able to fix my own laptop. Is what we're saying here, right?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. That's right. You're gonna fix the computers that you got, and we're gonna use them.
All right. So Peter, are we doing system tweaking between now and then, or are we doing that first day?
I would again, it's up to you. But certainly the first class, I spend making sure everybody's computer is up to speed. Somebody, somewhere, is connecting on Tandy 486 with 2 megabytes of RAM. And we need to find them and kill them with fire. So.
Oh, and very, 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 very important. Everybody should invest in a pair of USB headphones with a mic.
Yep.
Okay.
Because that way you connect to the WebEx, you connect to audio straight through the computer, and you have sound and audio in one instance, one USB connection. Yep. That works best for everybody in this scenario. And when you're in class, usually if you're not speaking, we ask you to mute because, you know, everybody has lives and stuff going on, but then a lot of times it causes interference from people in the background. Also, if you don't use headphones, sometimes when people are over the air listening to their speakers, it gives feedback into the sound of the class, and that's not going to be good either. So there are a lot of, once Peter puts up the Facebook group, then we'll start adding everybody, and I'll put in suggestions from Amazon or wherever about, you know, like reasonably priced headphones. We don't want to go like Peter. He doesn't pay for his headphones, so he always has the top of the line because he's the telecommuter who needs this. So his company is just like, which ones you want? We got it.
You see how she do
So,
everything that-
yeah, I got to throw you under the bus. So, I'll put in a range of, you know, USB headphones. Me, I'm a bargain hunter, so I'm always looking at the Walmart clearance rack first or the Target clearance and see if you can find, you know, they always have headphones.
Yeah,
And
Peter
don't
Pan.
go crazy. Like, I don't even remember how much I paid for this set, but I've been through about 3.
Yeah.
You
So,
talking about bargains? I'll show you a website to get clothes from. They come from China and Korea, but they good quality. So.
yeah, see, this is why we need to talk, because you know my favorite price is $3.99. If I could get it for free, then that's what I do. But
wait a minute. You have to remember, these people don't got no love for the Americans, and we're only 13% of the population. So the things that they do to America, they don't really mean to catch us up in it. They throwing Ebola up in that. You gotta be careful.
you
They don't love for round eye.
First of all, I will challenge you to see Made in America on 90% of the stuff you own. So
That's
this
because
is
they
what we
trying to
deal with.
trick you. We got a bus line here in Boston. It's called Fung Wah Bus, Fungwah, and Fung Wah is like $10 to New York. You can get there for $10, right? Well, the problem is Round Eye doesn't understand what Fung Wah means. It means F you crackers. See, you don't want to you don't want to ride that bus. You want to just let them take that and just get a ride. You know. I don't play with them.
I can't deal with you. This
They
is why I can't deal with
throwing all kinds of stuff up into the shrimp. You gotta be careful. I'm just saying.
Anyway,
I'm just saying.
USB headphones for everybody for class, and yeah, I guess we'll do the computer check and get everybody up to speed during the first class. But understand that this is going to be a situation where you have to be involved. You got to do your homework because it's going to be moving by. It's a lot of information. It's a lot of information.
It is.
But it's going to be good. We're going to have fun just like we are now.
Yeah. You're going to have fun. It's going to be in your language. You're going to be able to understand it. I want you all to ask questions. Don't feel, look, like I said, the majority of the people that have come through ECHO training had no prior experience with computers.
Very true.
They had no prior experience. Some of them were retired. Some of them were children. There is no question that is insignificant. You need to ask it so that you understand it. Nobody here is judging you unless you pop something up on your screen and we see it, and we're going to judge you then. That's all. We'll judge you. Okay.
No, seriously though, I've sat through many classes where nobody asked questions. And Peter is talking, and I'm just like, I know they don't know what he meant, because he's very good at using acronyms, assuming that people know what the acronym means. So a lot of times you have to stop him, like, excuse me, what's OS, what's TCP, because he's just so used to it and it flows so easily. He'll use acronyms, and I'm sitting in the class and we're just going along, and I'm like, I know we didn't talk about this before, so y'all just letting it slide that he said this acronym and none of y'all don't know what it means, but nobody's asking questions. Like that makes no sense to me. And if I see that happen, I'll be the one to step in, like, okay, y'all, just for clarification, everybody know what TCP mean? And then they be like, no. And then I be right. That means you got to ask questions.
Right.
I'm that one to do that, because it just, you need to understand. Like, we've had conversations about when you read and you come across a word you don't know, if you don't stop, look that word up and figure out what it means, your understanding of the rest of the reading is gone.
That's right.
Because you can't go past something that you don't know and just skip over it, because it might have significant, impact on what you're reading. So if we go through class and something is going on and you get to a point where you don't understand it, well, we said something, or we said an acronym or something, and you don't get it, stop us and say, wait, what does that mean? Or sometimes you read it or we explain something and you don't understand it that way. So we're able to you have to let us know. so that we can give you maybe an analogy. I'm good on real life analogies in my classes. I know, like, no joke. I had a group of guys that I was teaching Network Plus, and we were talking about how packets of information travel. And I promise you, the conversation went into how drug dealers hide drugs in the doors of cars and take the doors off and put it back on. Like, but when I went there, they were like, "Oh, okay, now I get it." This is the type of class this is. Like, we need to keep it real. Like, we can talk geek speak and tech talk all over your head and you don't get it. But if I'm able to clarify and make it relate to something we all can understand, then it'll be easier for you to get. But I went there. True story. It happened.
And then you can explain it. Once you got it, once you know it, and that is what this is about, bringing it to my people. Y'all can understand what I'm saying. We're not going to look. You know what? And I will say it, that, you know, the reason that I know that the ECHO trainings are superior to all of the trainings that are available is because they reach out to me every week to try to hire me. They try to get me to come work for them because their trainers are garbage. I'm a trainer. This is what I do. And so we're going to bring this to you in a language that you will be able to understand it and then still be able to kick it back out and let them understand what it is. See? So this is, again, you will find infinite value in this. If you put the time in, what you will take out of this will never stop giving. This introduction, this training right here will change everything. Everything. That's exactly what I mean. Everything will change. Okay? So we got a Facebook name. The next thing, registration. Okay? Registration, so that we can pay these people that are going to do this training for you. Again, they're not making a lot of money. It's not a lot of money, right? They could absolutely go, look, Monique was making $50 an hour doing this. She's not going to make that doing this. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we pay these people. The way that we do so is through the registration. Registration is $50, okay? You can send that registration through PayPal to me at pbrown1966@hotmail.com. I'm going to put it in the room. What is funny, lady? What are you laughing at, lady?
Hotmail.
At least he didn't say AOL.
Right.
Is that what the Monty just said? Is that right? Oh, shit.
Yes.
Okay.
Hotmail.
I'll ignore them, you know.
I love it. I love it. This is why I keep doing it, because I miss this. Like, you'll realize once you get in and you develop, like, we are definitely family. And it's like you go forward and you grow and you give back and you keep giving back. And that's how we all grow together.
Yeah, that's real talk. And everyone that has ever come through the ECHO training, yeah, we family. You become a family. And you become a resource for each other. There is no chance that you will fail. We are here for you to ensure that you cannot fail. Okay? This is ground level. This is how we do it. The logic behind building ECHO training, there is no sinister. You see it. You know exactly what it is that we're looking to do right here. I want you all to be a part of it. I want you to take it. I want you to make it a part of your own being and live in this way. All right. Question was, can I send an invoice to email? Yes. The 25 that have been selected, I can send an invoice out, and that way you can pay it. We said that we're going to begin, did we say 2 weeks from now, which would be the 18th?
Mm-hmm.
18th, October 18th start date. And so that is at 8 p.m. This dude said 8:15.
Oh, question. So Sunday class is going to be at 8:30 at night too?
I doubt it. What time
Nah,
you all choose? That's up to y'all.
So I'm in my mind. I'm like, do we want to start on the 18th, which is the Tuesday, or start on the 16th, which is the Sunday?
Oh, the Sunday might make more sense, actually.
Right, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Yeah. So then, what time on Sunday? I'm not a sports fan. I don't know about anyone else in here.
Well, that's it. We're the Baltimore Ravens.
Oh, you went there, Peter. Anyway.
Here we go.
I am a sports fan, but anyway. So, Sundays, maybe like 4 or 5 o'clock on Sundays.
All right.
Somewhere around there. Yay, nay, maybe.
Yay. 4. 4.
Yeah, daytime on Sunday. Like, so 4 or 5 o'clock means if you got somewhere you go on Sunday mornings, you can still go. And if you want to catch the 8:30 Sunday night football game, you can catch that too. So somewhere in the middle, 4 o'clock should work for Sunday.
Boy on the Baltimore Ravens. Ain't he a winner? Ray, who's it? What's that boy name?
You talking about
Your boy.
Ray Rice?
Ain't he just opened up his mouth talking about Black Lives Don't Matter? What'd he say?
Oh, that was Lewis, Ray Lewis.
There it is. There it is. Okay.
Ray Rice is trying to not say anything to anybody. Anyway.
Also, it's important to keep a note that these times listed here are on Eastern time.
Oh,
because
true.
There have been a few people that would say that they couldn't get into the class, and then we learned that they were 3 hours behind us. So
True.
what was 8 o'clock for us was 5 o'clock for them.
Yep.
So
yep. I had people that were in Ghana. What's going on? What do you mean?
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember the one lady. It was 2 a.m. for her, and she was in the class.
Yep.
Every class too.
Every class showing up.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Eastern American time.
Excuse me, I want to be. This is Wham Poo. Your email is pbrown1966@hotmail.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, and you're gonna start.
Unfortunately.
You're gonna start on the 16th on a Sunday at 4.
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
It's at Flintstone.com, right?
Yes, it is. pbrown1966@hotmail.com. I'm an old man.
Hotmail. Wow.
Look.
Okay, got it. You want to stay hot? I get it. You want to stay hot? I get it.
Back there with the Flintstone, you know?
Your feet be hot if you're a Flintstone. Driving with your feet.
I have had perhaps a computer as soon as computers were available on the consumer level. I did jobs for Harvard University burning DVDs because they couldn't burn them themselves. I had the first CD burner in Massachusetts. MIT, Harvard, they couldn't do it. They were contracting to me because I did it.
Oh.
I've always, there's this young brother that still sees me to this day. Well, he's not so young anymore, but, and he will always tell the story of coming over to my house and seeing 7 computers and me saying, I'm going to network these computers and I'm going to make it such that each one of these computers can talk to the other one, and I'm going to make it such that I can print to the printer. I'm going to make this work in such a way that it's all connected in an intra-network. And I was doing this before the market was. And so Hotmail has been around since then. So I've been pbrown1966 since then. It could have been worse. If you think about the age, the time, and like that, it could have been something just absolutely awful. Butterman, you know. It could have been Suave Bola, fresh. It could have been anything. So I think
Really?
around 1966
Really?
is
Like
a
Pete
pain.
Ski, like that.
B-boy. It could have been anything. So I think we should be grateful for little favors. Awesome. Okay. So somebody asked, is there going to be books? Yes. We shared above the PDF, and I've got a bunch of other books. What happened is, so the curriculum and the test for the A+ certification and all of the certification exams do not change very often. Okay? They keep the same test and they keep the same curriculum for a long period of time.
No, every 3 years.
It's not every 3 years.
It is.
It's not that they change all the curriculum.
Okay. I'm gonna let you have it. Okay. They update the test. They come out with a new version of the test every 3 years.
Yeah, not the data, not the study curriculum.
Okay.
So, but with that in mind, just recently they changed it. They did make a change. And so it was the 801. We are now on the 901. Right? We're now on the 901. So I'm looking for the new course material. The exam cram is good, but I want additional resource to be able to refer to. So I'm looking for additional, so there will be more books. We have the 801, the 802. They're still good, but there's a lot of stuff that it goes through that you don't need to know.
Peter,
Yep.
we have the 901 book. You sent it to us.
Oh, you said that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna upload it into the room. I know you up there a little bit. That's 5 years, huh? Anyway, we have the 901, 902 Mike Myers book, the full book.
Mm-hmm.
So we can use that.
Good. That's what we want to use. Very good. All right. Any questions, concerns, accusations? What I'm going to do is I'm going to make this, the time of the sandbox is generally 10 a.m. or when DeMonte gets back in the house, depending on which is first.
I know my Friday nights be kind of lit and everything, but I still manage to wake up.
He get in, you know. So 10 a.m. for the sandbox, and that generally goes until. The sandbox is fun. Y'all gonna love that. That's a lot of fun. I am going to share this recording globally, okay? I'm going to share this widely so that others can see and understand kind of what this is about and what we're going for. All other sessions and everything else will be private. It is yours. It belongs to our room, NIT. Every idea, every plan, everything belongs to NIT and no one else. Okay? The first sandbox is after the first round of classes, yes.
Peter, you doing sandbox every week?
We did a 2 week we did a schedule where it went every 2 weeks, huh? But the sandbox is important. Did you tell me, lady?
I'm just asking. When we did it was 2 weeks, but after that you went to 1 week.
Yeah, that's good stuff. There's so much.
Okay.
DeMonte, what do you say?
We'll start. Well, we have 2 weeks before we start, so I think, I don't know, I'm not sure. I'd just like to have the sandbox.
You got to decide and vote, and you don't know. Come on, son.
Hey, did you hear everywhere he went? Yes, no, I don't know.
Yeah, no, but maybe, I don't know.
What do you think, Mojo?
I said every 2 weeks.
Every 2 weeks? Okay, every 2 weeks.
That's stretched out, isn't it? That doesn't give you a lot of time. You think about all the different things you want to get done. Well,
That's
maybe you're
true.
right. Maybe you're right. Because some of them sandboxes, we just come in there and you just be talking crap, you know, so.
Right. I'm saying, how about this? If we do 1 in 2 weeks and find that people have so many questions and are so behind or whatever, then we'll go to 1 week.
All right.
And then that time will also give us more time to plan next sandboxes and get those set up, and then it could be more.
Right, because you know we do a
after that.
sandbox where we try to get people that need their computers fixed, so we can do it as a group for a sandbox, so that, you know, gotta set that up.
Yeah, but just don't forget, you know, your virtual machines, your operating system installs, and all the rest of those different
Peter,
things.
just say you want to talk to us every Saturday. It's fine. Just say it. Just say it. It's fine.
Yeah, I remember my laptop. I ran out of hard drive space. I gave my virtual machine so much space, but
Oh, yeah.
that's not the problem with this computer now. I got just terabytes stacked on top of each other, so it's all right.
Because you built that beast. I remember.
Yeah.
Nice. It's about time that motherboard went into play, man. It's about time you put that motherboard into play.
Actually, the motherboard that I had bought wasn't even the one I put in, because another one came out, so I bought another one. So I still have a motherboard laying around just to be
I knew
used,
it.
but
I knew it.
You should send me that. You should send me that so I can start building over here. I'm just letting y'all know this is how you're going to be.
Yep.
A few months from now, you're going to be talking about trading components and trips to Micro Center and all that other stuff. I'm telling you.
It's the best store I've ever been to.
Yo,
that's like
it's
Toys R
a
Us.
Fry's around the
Center.
corner from my job.
Micro Center is like the devil's lettuce. It's
Man.
It's going to suck you in. They're going to suck you in, and and let me tell you something. When you get up to the counter, put blinders on. Don't look at anything next to you.
For real. For real, for real.
Don't look at anything.
But Fry's is the same way.
Yep.
Fry's has $5 motherboards. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Yes. And they are literally 5 minutes from my job, like around the corner. I'll be like, Monique, go the other way. Go the other way. Don't do it. Don't do it.
But so, you know what? The thing is that we joking, but the truth is, this is where you're going to be. Because when you talk about Fry's got $5 motherboards, well, depending where you at, right? What that allows you to do is build a computer, a good computer, for a low cost, and provide that to the community. Now, what happens is,
right,
you should turn around and sell good quality, low cost computers to the people in the community on a sliding scale, because you know how we are. I ain't got the whole $100. You know what I'm saying? I got this.
Right.
I got this 20 and a fish sandwich. You know what I'm saying? And I can see
right. But my son needs to do his homework tonight. So can you hook me up? Yes.
So when you do those kinds of things, and we start to tailor it to ourselves, guess what happens? If you do that, those people that you sell a computer, when they tell somebody about where to get a computer, guess who they're going to tell? When they need to get their computer upgraded or fixed, guess who they're going to go to? Whenever they make a suggestion relative to any computer work, guess who they're going to deal with? So what you've just done is you've created a niche that will feed you for the rest of your life. Okay?
Yep.
So while, I mean, again, we laughing, and it's true. I got boards sitting all over my room. Motherboards, soundboards, video. I'm a geek. This is the way it is. But the truth is, with these skills, we can, in fact, make huge differences, not just in our lives, in the lives of our children, but in the lives of everybody that we interact with. And that's really what the goal is. Okay? I estimated 1.5 to 2.0 hours for this. Look at the time. It's 5:58. Oh, it's crispy.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's crisp. All right. Any other questions, concerns, accusations? Everybody's good. You know where to send your registration fees. Let's get these trainers paid. Let's get them ready. Let's give them some motivation to do this thing. Tip your waitresses. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just wanted to make
Really?
I'm sorry.
Classes on Tuesday and Thursday are 8 o'clock, right?
8:30.
Right.
8:30?
What?
That's what she just put on the screen. I'm just going with the flow.
Okay, 8:30, 8 o'clock. Which one?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, okay. Sunday, 4 o'clock.
There you go.
Sunday, 4 o'clock.
Saturday at 4.
Standard time.
Sandboxes is at 10 a.m.
Oh, 10 a.m., my bad. I got it written down, 10 a.m., yep. Okay,
Yep.
thanks.
All right.
Sandbox will get you hyped for your Saturday.
I'm telling you, wait till you know what the Sandbox is all about. That's how
You're going to
really
walk
is.
out of there with a shopping list and be shopping all day. That's what that's going to do.
Real talk.
Then we got to go for the contest. Remember, Peter, we got the contest.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about that. There's a contest. First one. Wait a minute. And let me tell you, there's one cat that came through. Yo, you know that dude is off and doing his thing.
Oh, yeah.
He is crushing
Look,
it out there.
sending us his business cards.
Oh, this dude is crushing it. But I came and I told everybody about this contest, right? First one to make $100 using the skills that they have developed in this class gets a prize, okay? And that can be, you know, there's a bunch of stuff. We can do a drive reader, an all-in-one drive reader, so you can read the SD cards, every hard drive, everything that you need to, okay? We can do a couple of different things, and we'll determine what the prize should be, okay? But that contest is always on, okay? And the prize costs more than what your registration is. So if you win, you get your registration
got your
back.
registration. That's true.
That's right. It's your registration was free. So, and the contest is whoever makes $100 using what they've learned in this class. Wait, this young brother, once as soon as I said that that's what the contest was, why did this dude have like 7 laptops? He took a picture and shared it with the group. There was like 7 laptops stacked up.
And he had the cash in his hand.
Yeah.
Like, I won. Yep.
What was his name? Neely? Something Neely.
Nearly full of, no, maybe it was that.
No,
I can't remember.
Else.
But yeah, he was dead serious though.
Yeah, he was.
Stacked laptops stacked up. I was like, wow, he was not playing.
Yeah, he wasn't. Deadline to pay registration. We don't, you know, we black folk, you know, we.
I mean, I think that to put like Friday the 14th, because that gives, if you get paid this Friday or you get paid next Friday.
Yeah.
It gives you that window.
What we need to do is make sure that these trainers are paid for their time. Okay? All right. Any other questions? Yeah. So now you've been acclimated to the WebEx. This is how your trainings will come in a WebEx invite. You can add them to your calendar, to Outlook, so that your reminders pop up and they let you know that it's training time. My guess is, as we get into the, no, it's not 50 per week, family. No.
Oh no, it's just 150.
One time.
One
$50
time.
registration. I know that there's nothing, there's nowhere in the world you will get this for what you're paying. Nowhere in the world. Most people can't even believe. Really?
Right.
Really?
Right.
But that is the key. So what was I saying? Y'all just threw me off. I forgot. That's okay. we got our schedule set. I'm going to build a Facebook group. I'm going to invite everybody to it. I'm going to get the invoices sent out to everybody, and we ready to roll.
Yeah, I have an issue. Of course, I'm the single Mac user here, so I do have to resolve that issue so I can, access the WebEx. But that's my personal problem. I had already signed up for an IT class and student loan, all that mess before I about you. Yeah, so the good thing is I get a brand new laptop. Quad core, 8 gigabytes of RAM that I'm going to use. It's a PC, of course. So that's the day after we launch. So I might have one day I have to borrow a laptop, and then I should get the, my personal laptop the next day. But I'm really excited about this, man. I mean, the brother that sent me the link, I got to call him and thank him because this clearly is a game changer, and I'm just so glad to be a part of it. I can't wait to get the knowledge so I can spread that to those family members that are willing to do it. I happen to be a state representative for the All African Empowerment Society. Absolutely, this is knowledge and skills that should be spread amongst our people because the Pan-African organization really trying to put in some work. And in the beginning, Peter, you mentioned, how there's a vacuum in IT based on those East Indians who have cornered the market, who have now been promoted. So it's wide open for our people. We really need this. I'm excited about it. I've really been just sitting here quiet, just soaking up all the information, and I really look forward to this journey. I wish I had known about it before I had signed up for this course and got this student loan debt, but that's okay. I can work that off.
You know what? We gonna wipe that out before you even know it. We gonna wipe it out.
Yeah, that's all.
What I'm.
But you know what's crazy? I gotta think. Like y'all see, ITT Tech just got shut down, right?
Yes, I told me about that. Yeah,
that's our window of opportunity to reach our people, to let them know, don't do it, yo. We have alternatives for you, because now all those students is just like out there flailing with student loan debt and incomplete degrees, and now they like, is it accredited? Right.
Yeah.
Like they're just hanging in the wind right now.
Since not on the WebEx, Peter, we're friends on Facebook. Can you find a way to ensure that I get this MP3, because this is so important? I actually want to sit down with some sisters and brothers and just play this MP3. Man, we got to understand this. This is one of the most powerful things that I've been exposed to. So this is something that needs to be spread far and wide to our people. We don't know what we're missing out on.
Mm-hmm. So you put me to work.
But that's what I'm saying, like, Peter, when we talked about doing... But, Peter, remember we talked about how you go and you do the one-day solar class. Mm-hmm. We were talking about going to do... It would be essentially like the kickoff, but like a basic 6 hours of how you do speed up, clean up, how you fix an iPhone screen, and then that's the window to, now let's get these people in this local area signed up for our A+ class.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it just grows from there, because like he said, it's like so many people that's signing up for these freaking colleges and tech schools and wasting their money when we could get them ready in 3 to 6 months.
It's real talk. I'm gonna tell you something, and just from personal experience, my mother graduated from Harvard University with her PhD. Now, understand that ain't silver spoons. She didn't have no high school diploma when my father passed away in 1972. He passed away in 72. We went and stayed with. He passed away in 72. Our house burned down in 73, and we went and stayed with her mother, my grandmother, and she passed away in 74. My mama, man, look, this was real rough. She went into an institution for a short period of time to get her head together. She came out the institution. She said, look here, your father told me how to live the next 25, 30 years and what I needed to do. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. So she went to Harvard, right? She first went and got her high school graduation, and all 6 of us were standing there at a graduation. She then went to Simmons College, and then from there, she went to Harvard University and graduated magna cum laude with her Ph.D. Okay.
Damn.
I will tell you that from the second I entered into IT, I began making more money than she ever would. She ever would in her life. I began making more money. Okay? So this is again, you can go to Harvard. You can get that PhD. It's good. It will widen your scope. It will widen your perspective. But I will tell you, if the primary focus is getting yourself to the place where you can provide for yourself and family food, clothing, and shelter, and don't have to ask for anything, then this is the path. This is the way to get there. Okay?
Amen Ra.
Yes. All right, my beloved, I'm gonna get this packaged up, and I'm gonna share it out on my Facebook, so that it is available publicly. Furthermore, I'm going to send a copy of it to each of you, as we will do with every class. You will get a copy of the recording, and you will be able to save that and review it in your journey.
Beautiful.
All right?
Sweet.
My beloved, thank y'all. And
yeah.
I'm excited.
No,
I
thank
can't
you,
wait.
Brother
We can
Keith.
get this thing cracking.
Yes, Steve. Thank
All
you.
right. Have a good night.
All right, everybody, y'all can friend me on Facebook, and we'll talk. Cause I like to talk.
Your full name, Ma?
I put it in the room. Monique
I'm not
Mojo
in the
Windley.
room, yeah, I'm the
Windley.
Mac.
Monique, last name Windley.
My
Monique,
name is something
on the
crazy on
end?
that Facebook, but I'll change it.
Say that. Monique, the last name is Windley. The middle name is Mojo, but not one word. It's like Mo space Joe. They made me do it. But,
Jojo.
that's me. I be trying to get my good mojo over to everybody. That's why I keep that name.
You said Windley? I mean L-E-W?
Yeah, that's my Ley. That's my last name, Windley.
Okay, Windley, and give me the full spelling. Is M-O-N-I-Q-U-E or M-O-I what?
Monique, yes.
I got it. Yep. Okay, I'm looking you up now. Okay, there's a bunch of you up here. Which one is you?
Ain't no bunch of Monique Mojo Windleys up there.
They got a white. They got a white Monique Windley up.
You funny. No,
So
look,
what-
you gotta do Monique and then space Mo
I had
space
blue-eyed Monique Windley.
Joe.
Yes.
It says
what-
Monique
Anna?
space Mo space Joe space Windley. It's gonna say CEO and founder at Proud
I got
Black
you.
Me. That's
Hey,
me.
I got you, Ma. I'm gonna send you mine. Over and Pooh, so I got you. But yeah, they got a white girl up there, but it ain't Mojo.
Ain't me.
We got
Okay.
to clown her.
Go on. Hi, family. All right.
All right, my beloved.
Yes, sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right, everybody.
All
All
right,
right,
y'all.
have a good night, everybody.
With good, positive energy, go into our
Indeed.
week, focus, get ready to
Gotcha.
do what we're going to do. I'm telling you, we're taking this thing.
Absolutely.
All right, my beloved.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah.
Nah,
All right. Good night.
Peace and love.